Na say nyina na ebetwa ekoko ni cashew.
Who person die?
Ane.
Ana so person yekuya.
Ade be pese me die.
Person die dia na ma adwen na fo. So ye die no say be ye adwen na nya.
Another thing is the young people.
Yeah.
This will be my question. Then we allow people to call. The young people who want to go into farming.
Yes.
They are looking for irrigation. They are looking for mechanized way of farming.
So mo de mo tie. Mo kuta smartphone. That's an illusion. Right. Don't just hope and wish and dream.
So you want us to continue with the catalyst and hope?
If you have to start with that, why not? Yes.
But I don't want to.
Okay, so but the same branch na ote krom here na wo ye manon kwa bro chire nkowe. The same branch won complain o ha. So ko koda ko se do ka say trafactory we hona pija obey dey.
Obey.
Bibia sha se e different kakra. It is all chance now the pickers me every say so na sha se a. So she show no my ochina machines no betwa dey. Betwa to be. Right. So bit match obi a no problem. But so bintimi ncha obi a memfa so na o dey sha se ne mfere.
Financial literacy. Say time no be sha se a. Se kana wo kura no say ye 50 million. Say 100,000. Say ya hen. Se kano ubetoto ne sen. Nyoma no harvest ya. We de hu say we mi ton ne say be ko ye, we mi ton ne say ko ye. Enti ma men ka of asem ma no. Na emo ma me ma na akwa aba na one yen edi nkomo na ene yen fa nkomo no hihye so. Wo fa me ma akwa aba.
Yeah, me Joso.
Ofa ma that say.
Yeah, we are boko.
Ane na em say Auntie Maria na anu na odi ni birthday.
Ane.
Amema akonya na yesa me frɛ wa ma wo kwa ma wo mabio.
Sarete.
Ane. Enti mama ye ma happy birthday. Say wo hwɛ daddy. Na oboa no, wo ma na somdwe enti na otumi ye adwuma na oye no. Nyesa anka enye yie. Enti wo fa. We dey over to you. Happy birthday no beto nyuma na asa obaka kasa.
Okay, happy birthday, Mary.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Say your friend wa usambaye. Wofa tietie mu yaka financial literacy a ekwiafo. Wo cheche mu saying ne ate ase. What are we talking about?
Wow. Me that's it. Yaka literacy I say go school e say kire wa kenkai. Enti bia the book to ho. Kire A B C. Enti so utimi kan ya the book no to na say brofo na kire wa bitma kan. Say kire o because the twi ne kire wa kire wa abed sa no man bitma kan. Kasa bia de kire wa utimi fa characters ne kabo na utimi de kan.
Okay.
That is in a way kire say kire obi bi o.
Okay.
Sika so medwen say sanity. Kasa yesua.
Right.
Ya kire yesua.
Okay.
This is meet for medical book. Meet my kan ka wes no. But on a higher level, meet my kire say. Okay. Just say the work school and sana why what me actually say.
Right.
Surprisingly, basic kan kwa no even though you nyina use no. You mu kakra bi pa na wo entity wo mu. Si peno. Si kura no. Si toto no a betimi aye adwuma amamfa so aye abaso. Mu bebre no ye sheda.
Right.
Entity yes ah. Ntu bo say won say bebre ka fasika. Just say sika de nyame na wode. Wode sika esunsum.
Okay.
No one bebre a ya nkofo bebre kra bonyum fasika.
Okay.
But sabi we ase we mu so what you want to do sika likely so wasem I mean yes usika so wasem ye dey.
Exactly. What am
so and me ni say nyame bobi hia ni.
Okay, that be.
Me dwen say esuahunu. Enti say adwuma bia we bia no. Utimi hu sika sisi toto no a ubetime so no dey. Na the same thing with kuya. Kuya so ye adwuma. So na wo ho a they say the obi sua kaka and as obi a painter and as obi a lawyer. The fact that was our profession in the month, obey sika. Sika na beba was so be toto no amount to. And the same tetiano and then friend financial literacy if you want.
Okay.
So amount 50 cities and as 100 cities and 100,000. You can't be na befa so atoto no. You mo do say kra na enim se bia a brand here mesi so. Bia me adwuma ma 3,000 a month. Bisam se sika do fa here. Nipa brand me ngire o.
Okay.
O ye kuani, o ye adwuma.
Yes.
O twa na bro ni wi a bi o ton ni nyina obisa se bro no kra na o ye no. Sika sai ne komo. Obisa na when shadani.
Okay.
And always I say na busiano kura oko je no. Nsi ho sen and sabi ye je wo. When shadani. The time you abon so say one no somebody say sunye no.
Okay.
Abusia.
Ane.
Abon say because can turn it na yira.
Okay.
As when you say tete na your friend financial literacy no. Was or started so to no money ya. Sikana first ba no join say obi na abon nsem.
Right.
And as obi kura na abon di anti when you sikani bi no. No boss and sikana was started dey. Nipa de bibia mo sabe entete ni nim de.
Okay.
Me fam believe no. Se nipa ni ade ho tete ana so nim ho nim de a. Den so betima ye ni ye. Amana nyini.
Okay.
So there is a structured training. What we call education. Education is a structured training. I am out entity na what that was for you. The every word betim diama.
Okay.
And so that really is nice.
Right.
Yeah.
I just got back from Asaman Kesi. Na ye share a mix of vegetable farmers, cocoa farmers, livestock farmers. Na ye ni omukodi nkomo about roko nano urea. Na omu obisa say season no eba be started. And na obisa me kra 20,000. Me nuaba me kra 50,000. Na in the line of budgeting no me ye den echichim. Sana me hu say ahe we amount we na comma fertilizer, amount we na comma seed, amount we na comma labor. And no sa no sa kind of budgeting wo fa me den na my ye priorities. Nia hi na ehia na nia hi na met media be chiri.
Wow. Jesus oh yeah fu at least the here the audio class as so.
Okay.
Only as I say so ntimi nyafu.
Yes.
And to be as no what to say.
Okay.
So all rent is what rent to say.
Right.
To make my budget for a season or the whole year. So okay, these are the key components as I say we here. I feel the OD be do so we here. And the OD be prepare as so.
Yes.
And you see sika go be here. And the at least no my be me and say na say 9 and say na what me dey aduana na say aduaba na hye no. Also
okay.
Ti masase duaba kura me kodua.
Right.
Kwan be me fa so ado asase no so me dey afidi ana say me dey nipa.
Yeah.
Na same ena sa adwuma no e be cost me. Afa bi a fertilizer kura na obe here. Chemicals bi a obe here bia no. Say na be cost for that particular season. Un say season until so obe duaba no na watimi atwa aton no. Unwie.
No.
And is a you twa kura na say untimi ton na sika maya unwie.
Yes.
And sika na wo de hyem no. Bia was me kuta 50,000 me dey shame. But me wie ya no bia otimi toto no ma yenti as atoyenche bia dey anto.
Okay.
Say na menya free mo. In between bibia o bia wo so we dey. Sebe wo sese ne ye. Na eni sa wo di sika no nyina so koshima bra mfa se bi okra. Yare bia na se bibi kwa wo expect it me ye dey. Eba wo allowance.
Right.
Awaja bibia bibi esi na se woni control obetimi aso sa ade na no. Nti so sebe wo de normal toto forma. So who say me my year for bo am say why year for no be mfi aduo no but who bisa ne say offer body a wadoyi tem bia no say ne cost of afini nyina na say boso me ensa na say na ya say we say and say we say we go just stick out that bonu ya no why year for
right
wa ko just stick no there wo de abonu ya no ho body ana say koko ana say banchi say be ya nyam be bono ho dey be to no money.
Okay.
And any soon so many idea for.
Right.
Was a bit more crowd to be so come for her, come malam, eh, would you call some cobon pie busu, but no. And a baby, dear friends, phone agent.
Okay.
And you see, we see to no my day. Eh, said so you nip one pie, so sorry, how did he? By one amount,
no.
Me what, and for the any show him.
Yes.
Would you right? Aha, what you say, son of man, you was said I was all day. We ain't two, you need partners, I was said, we have no member also who say, wait. So the key components was accessible, about the fertilizer be used, even sometimes irrigation.
Right.
Oh, so no money in our walk across where we are. Before so be when because also I don't know the rule.
Okay.
And son will be crying the labor that we use.
Right. Well, in the line or in the principles of financial literacy or financial management, what is good? Is it going for a loan from the bank, from family? Partnership with maybe friends, maybe me and my producer Obed. He wants to do farming with me, and then he says, "Enyo, I have 50,000. You also have 50,000." Is partnership the way forward, or when it's come to funding to start the business? If you have one,
the crowd say, no many people make a book much.
Annie.
Macamro say, but you come here, who call for and this out.
Okay.
As you know, many of us, if I say, produce our kind, a young boy or you school, or some person quite agree, but me pay partner and answer me pay investor.
Yes.
Of our check. Hey, you come over check. Just let me pay load the question queer bank. You come a bank, members can for you queer. David. So the reality is that Kakre Kuta was what I say. And me crowd of videos and no crowd a year.
Okay.
Because the quite on fast that you like it is over here. But quite on fast on do baby only baby at a chow wound maybe I'm gonna be that do be a at all. And this oh cock baby nas a own cohoda. 7 now person dem crofo ko ha wo so ko fa so ansa
okay
the same with Juma na say fu person you know and to there also you be a visionary to person start to be a 1,000-acre land advise be a bro
right
what in we school yeah for 1,000 to this so but sha say so 1 acre kra na betima ya wo sika be so a fa no ko sha say men twen so be ma obosi ansa because I no be more mabu
right.
Men train partner be because of papa would go school. No, we are not so clear for our guys. Massa. So himself phone and Calbea and Kayan for Uncle School. No cash. I sent him. Oh, papa, crow, you could have just said, "Debbie, Oba Hamibodia." Whom I may catch it or say, me who means me, yes. Say, phone to Nabea, none in Brahma Bre, if I'm ye. And it's not because of phone and you.
Right.
It's a customer said, sir, and your phone. And to be our own Nimdia, so own Nimsicano to wear. And so we are fresh. Young person.
Yeah.
I don't consider those things in the beginning.
Start with what you have.
What you have. Okay. Understand the model. Model it. I mean, if you go to manufacturing, for instance, you BBR, and yes, and I said, BBR, test it. And into for collab, or test it, said, this is the recipe. And send out their co-production line. Okay. Now, you for you be that. What they would so near the empire to Okopenko for, no, Okopenko got 1 million. Now they are they are when you be that. We do home beto beshasimo and I say ko pe bosia na de akoyem dabi bosia kra no de enfa nhase yes a dabi omokro woni nyansa kroma ya no obo ha obo no homodem pa ba da ode ne sako kan bosia wa na adwan ko bosia no the cost of that bosia because there's a cost to that money that you're borrowing. How much is it a year or how much is it a month? You krom ya bu ha no boarding you are 30% a year. We least mistake that's right.
Okay.
And so one call so that I mean, come answer. Okay. Try to crazy. So partnership? I don't know. Because a try answer, number one needs to talk because a business is really designed, or a farming.
Yes.
If you're going into farming as a business, you have. If you fail, it's because you really did not design it well.
Okay.
It must be designed, tested, proven before you really extend it.
Wafa, financial mistake being any equiafo yet 10 years. Prepi no obi aka say me wo sika kakra na me de sha de ase so me hu ne ye sika no ase me hu so what you say financial mistakes ben na ya yen de ye ekuafo ene ya ye tan ye
I say sika na kom no kura onim de kom woni plan bia da ho so eno na edi kan no woni plan bia da ho is a mistake. You must plan. My structure sika odi komo
na say all these years ye papa no mo anya plan so
the oye odi obon ho modern bia do koko kese bia odo afu kese bia timi de ye no plan na nye bosam kata obi a otem bia otimi ndi nkuni mo bibia mu no onim de oye enti wo ta hwe ase wo de oye bia obo so pagya na hwe ase na de ka ba uni plan it is sika komo no ni me ko ti ko uni ba bia be fra ba nti ya no so odi shem sa and so one of the key mistakes is uni plan bia. The other thing is can I call one baby echo into one track? And the toilet bisu Kojichi Busia and it's a goede or Koje. Walk up our 49 hours, you know, we see 7 and can use up our 49. They go use back because it's all the plant or almost 9 or 1
okay.
And this kind of day, Sebe, Busia and Nisa Nanka Koje 1. Walk out himself, Fidia or Koto and then Nisa Koto Safidino, no sense rent here. About himself was sharp, Juanasino, was so a person in your trata.
Yeah.
You can ask you 1 million. Trata near 700,000.
A mistake for you to
purchase when you are not there yet.
Okay.
Obu ano so nka rent here. Sebe time pay anya odia. Wa be sesa no. Carburetor say your friends there's a pump wo mu na say ya enyo wa. So hum bibia wo hu bia no nipa na obe rent no. Operator crash sometimes nyo kra na otuanika. Ewa. And those shares here, it's easier for you to rent.
Okay.
And to go out to operate no machines because you should be that. Obukura ko crayfish China no dia ba. A brasa machine no crash papers in yede. Anyhow, because when you should be so you should be now renting for the agabo say brand way e say because machine bia ko pe bia machine for na say well say machine should be say e say spare parts no nya no ifa. Na time ben na they replace this spare parts no at what cost? And so nipa ni be bro out him say e no man na oye no hye dan komu da na odi sika na kita na kakra no do ko hye ba bia.
Right.
Eni se na ko odi sika hye. O ye adwuma bia ba bia odi sika hye pa no. E ba bia. Adwuma no ahoden pa agina. In so megu ni ba ni so a ebe dey.
Ebe say.
That's a key area. But who this gara ko share tractor?
So you could have rather invest in irrigation.
That's right.
Instead of
buying
a machine.
That's right. And many. So look at the key things. And normally the failure of majuma mua. And for so any day. Emma and son a warrior kesena walk on.
Right.
I could to sign friends and fidia kesakasiano. Was a bibia on the stage.
Yeah.
What shall send a bia who could be 5 acres and that's 1 acre. One more than on. Who was what some number 5,000 acres and I say bikura. 1,000 hectares.
Okay.
Those are major businesses. And one of the structure and I'm to draw.
Right.
So also chance here. That's all our structure now. One of the mistakes is you just lock that money in something that you didn't have to.
Okay. I am reading your book Perspective, and in my attempts of trying to relate to book, what can be about mindset changing, and also can say entrepreneurship, na skill setter, say ni pension. Suku na ye kono so. Asa ni e chan ya say shia se ni say kenkan ni de we obetro. Yen wie suku say ana yen training ye say we a koye wa wadwuma. Na mom yes we are no koye lawyer, we are no koye teacher, we are no koye doctor. And then na mafo ayaba. Empenyifo no se yen pay ekwiedwuma. Is it because ekwiedwuma no ye papa no mo man kire yi? And I said teacher for mo try wa Greek college. Na no me post on Facebook say adena a Greek graduates. A lot of them they've completed their college school. But they are not either working in the farm. They don't own a farm. They are rather accusing government of not having state farms so they can go and work.
Yeah.
And they are working about broke.
That's right.
What should we be changing about when it comes to our great perspective-wise?
Wow, that's a good one. Very good one. The truth is that school colleges, universities, all this. We know why you know 99.9%. Or Timsa we also be so sir. Entity also when you also the question show the idea and sister and home. And that's a fact. And this will be a doctor and any trim and function it trims that we could be a hospital. We may be a Greek engineer or Comic University. I may a process engineering and MSc level. Because maybe a project can see you from place. Over 4,000 hectare land. And you produce pasture. That was a project that we did for some institution. No credit said, I dream I'll be timid. Acquire business, school Titiano, and yes, sir. Do ya or so you are just so compared to Tiafufro? And said, what to my business? Okay, business, I said it. Won't me find Jay business. Won't me find my so business. So, one brainers when in your ultimate business. So, what do too much out to be your business. So, what drain the uncle for a drain out to be your business. Rabbi also got way of food. So, and meanwhile, a whole person can find the other. So, you have to tell no occupied by a Jumana, you tell a couple of men. Wait about life, Kakra. But what have you ever tried musica? Yes, you pay more uncas or one casapo musica. Now, Sabi, one now will be a some to Mrs. CIA. You see here 50,000. You have no cost. Or wait me ama do no say be perform your more much.
Okay.
And a chresent Tiana, who's a school I'll call ye. Time bend the child says ye crowd school. Would open check it. Cost structure. How many times the child say, so you're 2,000 when year the year, which may be 1 million. The lecture and a salary increment. And is that school ye dear no, it was a school no dear, I say the paper dear home. But I didn't board the owner was okay. And so the kind of mindset that you need, you really have to live in our reality. The reality is that you produce a lot of graduates. You need industries a funny per 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 at a go. We come here. which means that the mudu do na we school now for the first 5 years, just about 10% be the benya juma, the so-called juma 80 cent. Aye, but a juma ye. When I also catch on, sir. Say me we school now, we got team and yafe be a meeting aye, and much of it is in the agri stream.
Which agriculture?
Yes, much of it is in the agri stream. A man tell be brain my born be bread. Do here is over switch agent crabi. It is a branch of coming from university. We no say or agriculture also we on there say uncle you may be an okakodo bunch. To a door bunch need to be no status or produce gary. And I was shepu gary.
Wow.
So any part of patches or chamber 5,000.
Debbie.
And so Mr. graduated to about money 3,000 than Yajet. It's because many people are not so much ambitious and informed financially.
Right.
Because if you're informed financially, you would not want to depend on somebody all your life for your inflow in terms of your salary. You know, and no, not just say at the end of your actual school, no, men found home to so. Pay information for.
Right.
And yes,
okay. Marketing.
Yes.
Another thing in the line of financial literacy in some me discover 50,000 and I share food and 70,000 and me share season year starting and I me share a bad need tone any me projection what for a crime as I mean fast the current selling price. So when I'm fixing my price to sell my goods, being it okra, pepper, garden egg, tomato, how do I do the adjustment? I said a crime I mean fast and quote me and I mean so no many profits.
You might no farming now the production. And maybe our production cost is higher than your selling price. Boboka. For near 20,000 cities or group. Mrs. Sumin producing you and I'm 2,000 Amaboka. You can't compete. And to be our own producer as a farmer piano. See tono. And Sakana Sebe. Oh no, has okay me media saying I'm its Mayday. Matono. And Tia not say. I don't also need no be bravo you or human. Now his cow audition also need yetry. And yes, I will own you know. Sabe Tama season no crabishiano. Not him the price night day. Drop it. Two boys won't be not just one if hey, walk around as a wonderful boca. Because why? Also, plan you. Agriculture, we have to be buying no harmony in them. Even the so called developed countries, no more wow, papa. Yeah, had a dear, mean, you had a babetraka. We are farmer, only. And wow, you're the boy, and I say, farm wow. And the bitch, say, the way piano. Because they may say before, saying, I'll be producing, you know. At least also in ya. Nkrofo teams will be a bit in their moment. Nyaba ko nyemi no nyemiensa. Woni nipa de bebre kasa. O say okay me kwa koye nyadoa, me kwa koye nkruma.
Right.
Me wie ya wonim se hane antie akua na say company we na betima beje. Enti wo wie aba ko boss dwa akura na wetima ko ba be.
Another one.
The same bia no won wie as a matter of a business bia wo produce bibi no.
Right.
Won wie akura na gina wo pon achi. Ne ye dey.
Yeah boom.
Na che so wa ya de. Se wo wie na wo san ko pachewa. One to no mai.
One of the issues that farmers we raise often, and they say, "Yeah, person are buying on my end. First of all, creating market, you know, avenue, you know, baby, I got one idea. Now, on some so fix price, and my end. Sunday, Nigerian, the best corn ray corn shine. When I harvest." Wherever the woman goes, the market woman goes, or the buyer goes, the price is the same because it's a fixed price. But as a craft furniture, because in the absence of available market, good infrastructure road, or the fee away in Coco, Abedu Akrana, do they? And they are always at a loss. With such a farmer, my financial wise, what should be my plans?
Me mom dear, I buy it or I buy something we are in time cabby. Because the way it cost 70 years. You have to go back to a buying for. So that's it. And it's a story a power buying show up. Maybe we have if you go in as a business, don't beg anybody.
So it's beckons on you as the farmer.
Yes, to make sure so you are also here. With my trade and go be brave change say, oh, I'm buying now, buy into boys or go or failure or things are buying a failure, which is maybe true.
Right.
But one now do sika koshemo. One now do a holding koshemo. One now do mrede koshemo. So me mom dear, me and cause I buy new quantity, my boka. And as I buy and control price. So you have to think. It's just like any other industry in our country. There's not much that government will do to control anybody. Who be brave to normal okrum say. A lot for China for the empress of Yakromo ye. A banner stop. And this over train. Say I buy me be banner best stop no man sister over here. Udi here the go. And me drink some money need the energy. You will no money go high for free baby be breba. Uncle for boo crowd. I mean unami family boo okwa unu okra na nkofo gina ho be yeden. Me mom de me adwuma na me sha ase a bibi sa na me de ma adwuma yeden. Me nko ye de me wi a aban no amamu a na me da fo da bi because the likely is aban no onye dey. I mean, so okay. I would really think for myself and project so that I can succeed.
Right.
Than say may change because many people you go for me be any ho say or ye we abo or ye I don't know we no abo former I blame abino. You know, their joy is to talk about what the government didn't do or the officials didn't do than to say that I was proactive.
Yeah.
And so I was able to position myself to win as a business person. I mean, it's all good for us if we have a good government environment for a lot of things, I mean, to be regulated. But you couldn't say, oh, I'll be to my train. We could all have about Cockrell.
Okay.
It is, oh, yeah. Baby, or person, baby, or regulating a year. Never so bit my way, you know, for instance, cashew and cocoa farm. Unless in terms of market, the cocoa farmers are crying for market, isn't it? So maybe I will just position myself in that. Than cry where the market is so loose. Buy me anymore, will be able to take advantage of you after all the work that you have put in.
Ane, ente wafa, encha ye baby phone lines no. Nemum, emebunu no. What can say? Say okweni, unjin ye. Now, position who baby ah, adene ye ready ah, enipa babeto.
Yeah.
No. Say kwine na enyo. Say we need storage facility o. Embo wo ka.
Sir.
Na say nya nyina na e betwa ye koko ni cashew.
Wo peso die.
Ane.
Ana so peso ye kuya.
Ade be me pese me die.
Peso die dia na mo adwen na fo. So ye die no say be ye adwen na nya o. Ye die adwen you have to success is not just something that happens by luck.
Right.
It's really really intentional, it's orchestrated. One case also to turn no way. It is a word the answer. So who say the more ya no mutimi chim woni bi it is a jata na access bobia wo nyina ba bi fa ko wo target baby ankofo do be fa obit my day achi wo so person we near but person that what be that it was all do di especially wo sha ase a so unya scan na fa obetimi di bia consider no problem but wo sha ase a person we ne dey is intentional.
Okay.
It's intentional. So you really have to study to see. And it did be a business. Agric is a business. Business be a business. Whether it's the finance sector, construction, retail, mining, everywhere always will be successful in that business. It's not luck.
Okay.
It's a strategy. When baby also they also turn baby a time better also turn. And son or it me winning.
Okay.
So the same with agriculture. You can't just hope that God will make me successful. No. So like, you really have to put a lot of things together to make sure that I will succeed in it.
Wafa o can be said financial institutions or money for on yakama. Yenye namfo. Adentina for a very long time. People like you are testifying. Agric is good. It's rewarding.
Yes.
I have interviewed over 500 farmers in this country.
And
wow. Omunyina so e kan no kre say ekwiamo na me hwe me ba ko school ekwiamo na me see dan na nsan ya sama ka say me ko okwiani osaton agrochemicals uhu ni dan ye si kwan ho ene ne car o twie o say anwonam for many years where na me ye adan na bepem ne financial institution o munsi say o madwen emfa loaning or giving money to we farmers.
My the old boy homo the another was a question wasn't able for the grab a catcher on Agric and go out. Doma Mobi and Jeff, you'll be all my boss and 50% a year. Where are the Abora? The bed will be about 100,000. I think it was up 50,000, I signed 100,000. Come. Why, ye be a year? And Tia Cromiano, anything any idea back on. Anything I wouldn't scatter in this ocean or no. And it also to me bomb dema 19 years and son away is carried a film that acquired the needs all day. Men for one in Tobosiaso. Because you have board. But
if you want to scale up the business, you need some.
Tell me how many of our people who have scaled with lows. Let's do the statistics. Scale at what price? You want to say Hano, what's a way a team, who's a brofon model and a movie still a dead actually. They pay investor, Brony Castle or Lona. 1 on 1 year who say 40%. 1 on the other will cry, they are money free. Who grow the boarding. So you want to scale, but who told you that you have to scale with the you can't scale with 40%, 50% a year. You will crash.
Okay.
And yes, grow your business, but I think you can grow with diligence.
Okay.
With Vice Oboha, Vice Papia also agrochemicals. So kind of crowd. Go for bit of supply in a brown coal bank. Because for 2 hours a day.
Yeah, the Roko Nuko can say, young man, none of
that's it. And this is all Beko Bank, I call you Bossy and the Cotiano de Cancer. And he said, no, only Subaya no kind of credit you man in the HRA. He may not have to use bank loan.
Okay.
But he can still grow and scale. So, and here I had it. I mean, in part of the Bramino Modin come for business on one, or Motimi and you know, I said, be any been at Susan Aseno. One more day, a friend say, or Shan Hoso, and what business near day, a coy. The one bank Biano, just a matter of time, they crash. And down to about one of my papa no be businesses bear 5 and no money now, okay, no, didn't you? Busina demand board in do. Okay. Your 100,000 within 2 years, I bet 200,000. You complicate yourself, you kill yourself.
Okay. Another thing is the young people.
Yeah.
This will be my question, then we allow people to call. The young people who want to go into farming,
yes,
they are looking for irrigation. They are looking for mechanized way of farming. Some are asking for solar.
Yeah.
I mean, all the flashy things that make farming, attractive.
Yes. You want to say sexy?
Yeah, yes. Go ahead. But anyhow, until that time,
yes.
What should we do?
So we got a smartphone. That's an illusion. Right. Don't just hope and wish and dream.
So you want us to continue with the catalyst and hope?
If you have to start with that, why not? Yes.
But I don't want to.
Okay, so but the same branch in our Tikumi and our my uncle the same branch don't complain or so quarter was a factory when a pija obey. Bibia shall see a different. It is all shall send out the pickers me a very say a social nation say. So she shall know my China machines no bit by day with Matobi. Right. So bit much obia, no problem. But so been to mean chobia, men fast also now they shall send him very.
Assemble pana, what per se. In the line of financial literacy, principles being top 5, top 10 principles being a uni and share. Send your beya and amona ye too. May you take a full baby or my dear or mutil. And a more bear and a principles being the infancy see why. A bema ye dee. Nan ye create one on one.
You have to become financially responsible.
What I mean, a color will in one.
Yes. You told me so one of best sounds.
Mammy Chaman,
Ben Casimir to him. But men can say, will be a baby sounds sick as some night. Ama, Jeto so. Right. Says Missika, and queer because me am a shame home money. And no more was a me and me day. Menye. Nipa be our bedges are in a tuno. Right. I feel what is a guy didn't say Muna watching because. So, and so the first thing is take responsibility. Right. And then the other thing is that improve on your financial education. CMBB can be program be say constantly. Hey, what this our program ba kona Jesus access as well. O say ya hano yo no ma me no ye pede be me ni age kakra. Asane nyom to ne sports no very high and political discussions are very high. But those are not productivity. What do I say? So person improve and no me be more very productive and also tem be an open information. Okay. Will be a ye na so di agora. Wa fe na say ye ni agro. You go how ye dada until no bit my home. Won't have now be chassis and after what chassis right to be fire. Then fire because no maybe you have not paid attention or you have not given much attention to it. So improve on your financial education. You just feed your message some of your first come. Make me to scan you. Now if you dream says Gani is soon me home baby. Will be when you be any soon. There be will be when you be what to no my and into my day when you be. Now Sebi account for the money that comes to you. And tell a big crowd to me, go high, yeah, quite sorry. To a big crowd in Zabu, you know, no, I don't know, but I'm going to sky. Oh, what you was as well, your home answer. Your home answer. Now, basically, oh, you, Jumana, oh, yeah, my Jumani Nina, and son I said you be skabia kotoka I would they show and I saw the koto as I see dine at the more by Jumanina goes a Jumanon it is a corner a wukusian so Kuma Kokona Kusiano day unya be
so wedding
so but how shall say when Yaka Crabia no the Kusinai do you see that the Danny drew lento on I was Juman's day nego to my Jumanina Palma on him and son out was Abus Kadima Kusidai. Honor man for be locked. For be breed entity uncompleted houses because the capital to grow the business is what they put in the building. So, and many of us, because we don't have access to so-called cheap money, we don't have it. And so, Kakrabi bound some that's one protected says canoa. With Juma now, and I say, queer now, war, into me. This was started 1 acre. Now, in fear saying, in fear, doing still 1 acre now, also, not just what you want to.
Okay.
So, Drew baby also to me far powerful. Drew baby also, you want to be a human will be on a year, dear day. Eba. It is a one corner of this was on a because I call my friend and say, I called an hour bar. Would the no money be dear. But the Beman Shirano, Brenna, when 15 what all these years, when you're so fast, when say, what 1 acre is ultimate 20 and 100 acres. And so far powerful to your mocha. And the chest of Jumana, said in Punto Ide.
Okay.
Now, be a chest kind of
right. What I'm saying, line where the microphone means you must send messages, but my kind answer. Wayfrey Patrick or Dan Suman or say hello and your name. Good show and greetings to Mr. Obeng Darko. He has inspired me a lot. But my challenges, I want to go into farming. However, the money I have is just about 10,000. Do I buy the land or do I lease the land?
We credit 10,000. Boy, Brante Bako, baby, if you are eat or a baba. Or consider be as I say, I one plot to be. I will do about the also. Okay. Watch up. Me sure 10,000 ago. And he said, me sure to be your brand here. Catch it.
Right.
Over. Baby, your muha. Okay. Maybe I cry, Diana to the beginning. But to Mantamakana. Walk out, what was a baby. Say a fool. Walk out to me, and Papa could be a revenue per se, bunch for. Also, made a miniscabia, but made him cocoa betted. Okay. And these things are available in most of our places. Right. And he just a one. Okay. Oh, and he caught. Okay. Yeah.
Where is it? My name is Charles from Cochrane. Is Cochrane to me?
Cochrane to me, yes.
Okay.
Cochrane to me is in East Area.
Okay. My name is Charles. My question to Wafa is, I also want to go into farming, but my difficulty has to do with dedicated workers. Most young people are not ready to work.
Yes.
So how will I do the farming all by myself?
But to go for very farming, the same young people no use. And to be a baby, I want no more pay you. Interest will be unpaid you away crew.
Okay.
So because nobody very farming, poultry farms. Of course, you're complaining say you're working is in yet. But the same Ghana no China for no more Juma, India for no more Juma. Right. Auntie. Be a funny pamino, be a yet. But how about all try the part-time and 20 and 100? It's really on you as a leader to find people that you can work with. You cannot just say that the people are not good. Of course, we have problem. Okay. But in the middle of the problem, we still have people who are ready to work.
Okay. When you say I'm Koblavi of Pokwasi.
Yes.
My question is, are there books on financial literacy for farmers?
It doesn't have to necessarily be for farmers. There's financial literacy for everybody. Okay. Yeah. I have about 4 books on finance. Okay. Streamline, financial intelligence, financial freedom. I think there's another one.
May God richly bless you. Okay. I want to ask that somebody like me, I want to venture into farming. In fact, ever since that I interacted with you or heard from you, I've been following you, and then I want to venture into farming, specifically poultry farming. But the issue is, I am doing a lot of consulting, and then most of them are charging exorbitant fees before they can help me with the knowledge that they have. And as a starter, these fees, and compared to the some of the fixed costs that I have to incur, is really becoming difficult for me. So, how do I go about it?
How do you go about it? Start from your backyard, okay? If you can't afford that much, consultant costs, start from your backyard. Get some carpenter to do something for you. Put about 10 of them there. If they all die, you will know why they died. That will be cheaper than a consultant. And I think there's a lot of information on YouTube as well. You can call Enyo. There's a lot that you can gather if you really... Or go to people who are doing it.
I can call who?
Enyo, she's here. She has expertise in that. She can also connect you with people who may not charge you that much.
I'll be very grateful.
Yes.
All right. So Charles, call me after the show. All right, so we can talk.
Please on this same number.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you too.
Wafa. As a media, you know, any consultants. Mo price, mo money.
Me consultant. The fact is that these banks are not designed for that. Maybe there's a bank which is doing that. I don't know. So I would say maybe leverage. If you just build your character and whatever you're doing, let it be out. It could come from your friends. It could come from people who show interest in just partnering with you. On our various platforms, many people have come together, put resources together, and put money in people that have proven themselves, to be honest. And these things are there, just not only in Ghana, but many Ghanaians who are also living beyond the borders of Ghana. So the problem is people being truthful and also being known that, okay, this is what I do, and I need people to partner with. And when they bring the money, you will not screw up and mess up. So it's really not the bank per se, but from ourselves. So you'll be a kind of crap. There was this guy I may call 37 and what I'm getting about was we Legon. Now one of our videos so and she started that. Right. And I just said a story on one of the programs. And somebody called that she has money to give to her and partner with her. So there are people who are also looking for people to give money to. The challenge is many of us are not prepared for that money, and Sikaneba Subaino is a key thing. So make sure that if you want to grow, you cannot compromise on your truthfulness.
I'm saying one day, I'm saying discussing about character and money.
Yeah.
Because character now, a lot of young people, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We are not getting support because we are not honest.
That's right.
There's no transparency.
Yeah.
There isn't accountability.
That's it.
Enti aya den no bi ni sika be mom.
Sir.
A story for another day. What for aya time ya so.
Okay.
Ne kra no. E dey na odi jan ho. Because insuo na start to. Enkrofo kra dua ebro be 2 weeks 3 weeks ni a ebro na peja ntosi ni makoni peja kra. Enti ne kra e dey na odi jan on financial literacy.
Yes so ni mujidi a onye. And the way be as so you can fakwa ho woni ho nka se man ko school ti ana se me fi hia mu nti na me yekua
right
na wo kona se to form asan pega men twen mo bia mfiri obi aho
right
and kakara wo mu no bo ho ban
okay
na wo ye ne kakra obedu Africa ye ndie no there is a lot of financial information out there but really we don't have the support structure and so a lot of our people have something in their mind expecting some they have expectations but expectations must be built on something. And really, we don't have that. And so, live in our reality. Our reality is that a lot of us will have to grow organically.
Okay.
And not wait for somebody to give us a hand, because many of us will not have it. And use the communal approach. Just be somebody or kind of cray. Into what will be the 10,000 Bishemo. And she amenga sashi. Kotowa sass never says Ganere. Nefamano, which now was what the 100,000 bere. Where now she are afraid of you. I seen today.
No,
What is I say, never so my government. Who born That's how you grow.
Okay.
Take full responsibility.
Mate. Okay, so